Hello everyone, very good evening. How you all are doing? My name is Varsha Ma'am and I welcome you all in this session at Oliveboard. So in today's session, we are going to start our discussion about a very important scheme that is in news, that is SVAMITVA. As the name suggests, it is about the SVAMITVA or the property rights, right? SVAMITVA, like we are talking about the rights on something. So it's a very important scheme. Its question can be asked in your RBI Grade B exam and in NABARD Grade A exam as well. So let's start our discussion. So before proceeding towards the main discussion, first of all, I just want to tell you about that there is a specific kind of offer which is running and which is available for all the regulatory exam plans. So you can have 49% discount on all the courses which are available on the application of Oliveboard if you are applying a coupon code CHAMP JAMP. Okay, and this offer is valid till 7th of January. And for that, you can download the mobile application of Oliveboard and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will get all the notifications of all the classes on time and you can join all the classes with us on a regular basis. So let's start our discussion. So before going about the thing like why this particular scheme is in news, let's talk about the scheme first because you can have the question from the schemes, direct question from the schemes also in your exam, right? Because this is in news. So the examiner can ask about like when the scheme was launched and which particular ministry is responsible for the launching of this particular scheme. So that kind of questions can also be asked, right? So here you can see, yeah, you can see that the Swamitva scheme, that Swamitva means a survey of villages and mapping with improvised technology in village areas. Okay, so whatever the particular village area is, we are using the improvised technology for the mapping of it and we are doing the survey. So this particular scheme is related with the surveying and the mapping of the village areas with some improvised technology. So which particular improvised technology we are talking about, we'll discuss about that thing also, okay? And this scheme was launched in 2020 on 24th of April. And 24th of April is recognized as National Panchayati Raj Day. Okay. Earlier, it had a pilot phase, like when this scheme was started for the very first time. It was started in 2020 to 21, and it covered 9 states till 2025. Okay, and the nodal ministry which implemented this scheme, it is a Ministry of Panchayati Raj. So here the students can do mistake. Which particular ministry is responsible or who implemented this scheme? So it is implemented by the Ministry of Panchayati Raj and it is considered as a central sector scheme. Now, what is the aim of the scheme? It is to cover like 6.62 lakh villages across the country by 2024, right? So till the end of the 2024, it is targeted to cover nearly 6.62 lakh villages across the country. And the scheme is considered as a groundbreaking initiative that harnesses innovation and new technologies to transform the landscape of land ownership in rural India. So, whenever we talk about the rural India, the rural population or the rural land areas, so this scheme is primarily associated with to provide the land ownership rights, and for that it needs to survey the land area, it needs to map it, and for these things we need to use improvised technologies, right? Now what are the objectives? So first and the foremost objective is land ownership validation, like who is the owner of a piece of land, right? So with the help of this scheme, we will prepare the records of the rights in inhabited areas of villages, like the revenue documents will be prepared for the properties, like which particular family is the owner of this piece of land or the inhabited areas of villages. And it will help the villagers, like they, if they have the ownership right, so they can use it ownership right as collateral for the loans when whenever they need some monetary help or the agri credit, they can use that. Okay, address economic barriers. So in developing countries, unclear land ownership hinders access to credit and economic activities. So if there are authentic records, there are authentic mapping and the surveying, so land ownership things will be crystal clear. So that will means remove the hinders of accessing to the credit and the economic activities. Next is facilitate property monetization. So it will help the rural populations to have the property monetization facility, like they will be able to have loans, their property disputes will be reduced, and encourage comprehensive village level planning. Okay, so if there's proper mapping on the basis of the surveying and the mapping informations, the village level planning can be performed in a very comprehensive manner, improves the governance and the administration of the rural areas by facilitating them better planning, taxation, and delivery of public services. So if any area, like whenever we have to buy something, okay, let's take an example, very simplest example. Okay, you want to buy something, but you don't want to go out. So you simply look for the things online. Okay, if it is online available, then you feel happy, you will simply order it, or you just cross check what's the market price in online or the different cities. And that way, the digital things help you to evaluate all the parameters or all the prices of the same commodity from different locations. Similarly, if the land, rural land areas, they are properly mapped, they are properly surveyed with the help of improvised technologies, so it will help in the better planning, like which particular area can be used for the establishment of certain like wells or the irrigation setups, which area can be used for the transportation and the storage purposes, like which area is easily accessible to the nearest market areas, so and so, right? So that surveying and the mapping can help you for the better planning of that area. Okay. Next is why this scheme, some Swamitatva scheme, is in news. So that government has aimed that it will distribute 21.9 million Swamitatva property cards by March 2026. Okay, so government has taken initiative that it is working on the mapping and all these things, and it is requesting for, right? And it is decided that 21.9 million Swamitha property cards will be distributed by March 2026 to validate properties in rural India, and it will help farmers that they can use their properties if they are having the right, that the property owner, that they can use these properties as collateral against loan. So whenever they have to get any agricultural finances, they can use these properties as collateral. Okay. Now, it is a one step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat through Swamitatva property cards in rural areas. And what would be the impact of this Swamitatva property cards in rural areas? So it will help in inclusive, it will be considered as an inclusive society, like it will help in the upliftment of socio and economic status of the rural populations, right? And second, reform land governance. So whatever the lands are, when they have proper that property cards are there, so that land governance will be reformed. It will have improvements. So now the rural people have regulated property markets. Next is BAT. It will help in the better planning. I already explained you this thing, and it will help in increasing in property tax collected, like whatever the tax which is collected on the properties, it will increase, right? So obviously it will help in the economic growth of the country also. Sustainable habitats, like when the things will be more synchronized, more planned, so there the habitats will be sustainably utilized. Okay. Now, what are the different components, like which particular technology I'm talking about to do the surveying and the mapping things? So here we are talking about that thing. So we are using the drone surveys and the mapping of the rural inhabited lands, updating of land records and property registration, okay, issuance of property cards to the owners, and development of spatial planning framework for villages. So to access and to obtain the information of the rural inhabited lands, we are using the drone survey. We are using the drone survey technologies, right? And with the help of that, we are updating all the rent records and all the property registered properties. And on that basis, there will be the issuance of property cards to the owners. And that's how this Swamithatva scheme is working. Okay. And as for the working, it is a scheme for mapping the land parcels in rural inhabited areas using drone technology and continuously operating reference station. So if there is an MCQ in your exam that Swamithatva scheme is using which particular set of technologies for the surveying and the mapping of the rural inhabited areas. So one is the drone technology and second is the CORS. What is that CORS? It is continuously operating reference stations. So what they do, the CORS network provides regional positioning service like about the specific regions, right? And in course infrastructure, the corrections to the maps are instantly sent to the rover receiver from control center, which helps to find very accurate positioning of rovers in real me, right? So that's how like we are using the rovers, and that positioning of the rovers will help you to get the exact locations, exact information. So that's how you are using the very improvised and that accurate technologies to get more precise data. And that's how you are providing this cards, property cards to the owners, to the land owners in the rural areas. Okay. Next is how it is implemented, like which particular organization is related with its implementation. So there's a national steering committee at the national level. It is work The national steering committee is working on that. The national project management unit is established to work over this project, and at the state level there's a state steering committee which is working under state project management unit. And for the district level, it is a district level monitoring committee to assist all the panchayati monitoring committees to obtain the data and to circulate and to survey and improvise it, right? Next is let's talk about some additional information related to it. That can be a question like how and what are the positive feedbacks obtained from this Swamithatva scheme. So it is implemented by the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. So Ministry of Panchayati Raj confirmed that with first prize in the Innovation Sandbox presentation for digital transformation initiatives in land governance through Swamithatva scheme. Yeah, it is a very important and informative thing, right? So because of this particular scheme, right, Ministry of Panchayat Raj has conferred first prize in Innovation Sandbox presentation for digital transformation initiative in land governance at Public Policy Dialogues Conclave of Bharati Institute of Public Policy, Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, right? And this Swamithatva scheme had won the prestigious Gold Prize in National Awards for E-Governance 2023 in the category Use of Emerging Technology for Providing Citizen-Centric Services. So here what we are doing, we are using emerging technology, that is a drone technology, and with the help of the technology, what we are doing, we are providing citizen-centric services, like we are providing the ownership cards to the citizens, right? So because of that, Swamithatva scheme had won the prestigious Gold Prize in National Awards for e-governance, okay, in 2023. Like, and what progress that has been done in this scheme. So, 13.7 million property cards are already issued. Okay, 5.8 million cards to be distributed across 50,000 villages in 12 states and union territories. So that's the target. And coverage is 3,44,868 villages are targeted with 92% surveyed using drones. So 92% of villages are surveyed using with the help of the drones, and that's how we received all the informations. Okay. Next is about Gram Manchitra. What is Manchitra? It's a map. Okay. So what we are doing, we are we are preparing, or we are making the village map. We are doing the mapping of the villages, so that special planning initiatives by Gram Panchayats, leveraging the capabilities of geospatial technology. So this is an app which will support the Gram Panchayat development plans by adding decision making. So that's how it will help in decision making and other things. Okay. Next is M Action Soft. What is it? So it's a mobile-based solution to capture geotagged photos with GPS coordinates. Okay, so the geotagged photos, like the photos related to a geographical area with the help of a geographical positioning system. So it is a mobile-based solution so that you can capture these images, and it will establish a comprehensive repository of work which is related to the natural resources management that is going on in an area, water harvesting, sanitation, agriculture, and many more. So that's how you can prepare, that you can establish a comprehensive repository of work. Okay. Now let's talk about some important questions related to this portion. So here you can see that what is the primary objective of the Swamitatva scheme. Yeah, I had told you it is related with the full form of Swamitatva. Okay, so what is the primary objective of the Swamitatva scheme is to provide property right to rural households. Look at all the options. You will definitely solve this question by yourself, right? Next is, under which ministry is the Swamitatva scheme implemented? So it is implemented under the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. This is the most important question from this portion. Okay. Next is, what technology is used in the Swamitatva scheme for mapping land records? I already explained you it depends upon two technologies, CORS course and drone technology. Okay, so from the option you can see that drone technology is mentioned here, so you will definitely write the option number B. Yeah. Now, which year was the Swamitatva scheme launched? So it was launched in the year 2020 on 24th of April, which is recognized as National Panchayati Raj Day. Okay. Next is, what is the target group for the Swamitatva scheme? So who are basically targeted under the Swamitatva scheme? So basically they are the rural landowners. They will be provided with the property cards, and that's how they can use it, ownership or the property cards for collateral during the collateral as loan, right? So, before ending today's session, I just want to tell you one more thing again, that on all the batches which are available on the mobile application of Oliveboard, there is a discount going on for 49% on all regulatory exam plans. So, if you're preparing for any exam like RBI Grade A, RBI Grade B, NABARD, SEBI, SEDB, what you can do, you can use this code CHAMP, and you can receive 14% of discount on all the batches. Okay, so all the very best and take care.